we'll call them 1928 Building Committee to order now. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment. Anything online, Devin?
We have 2 attendees online, but no hands raised at the moment, but we'll give it another second here.
Okay.
All right, I think we're all set.
Okay. Line item D, the minutes. I need a motion to approve the January 23rd minutes, please.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion or changes? All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Kathy, Kat, any correspondence?
No.
Okay. That's it. F, chair report. I'd like to report that last night, we went before the TPZ. Russ and Chris did a fabulous presentation before the planning board. And the plan, the 1928 plan was unanimously approved. So I want to thank Russ and Chris for doing a great presentation last night. Kathy, you want to add to anything on that, Kat?
The only thing I wanted to add, and just to add, is that it for planning and zoning? No, we don't have to go back. We're all set.
Yep.
Okay, so congratulations.
So that was a big milestone that we achieved last night. Oh, Kathy, let's do the 3 months look ahead.
We attached in your packet a 3-month look ahead. We had February, March, and April, so we'll just kind of quickly go through it. The February, the community newsletter, it do we have the right one? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the community newsletter, that went to the printer last week, and it's going out this week.
Yeah, it should hit mailboxes probably end of this week, early next week at the latest.
Yep, and you guys have approved that, so that's going. The architect is continuing to work on the CD set. Again, just this is kind of a recap. As you remember, our subcommittee reviewed and approved that newsletter. The professional partnership met and reviewed and approved contracts for the professional engineering review service and the commissioning agent. We had design meetings with SP&A for the town clerk and IT. We had a vault meeting with the state. We had environmental surveying done. A generator inspection with the building official, and we worked on our TPZ presentation and went to the TPZ in March. So in March, Chris is going to later on give us a design update. We're going to approve some invoices. The environmental testing is underway. We had our site plan approval, and we're going to have sometime in March, some kickoff meetings with the professional engineering review service group. And so really tonight's purpose is to just go through some general things, but we wanted the public to know and the group to meet that there was still quite a lot going on, even though this group has not been meeting that often. There is a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yep. All right, very good. All right, F2, Joe, the town council liaison report.
Only to report that we are entering our budget week. And that's about it.
Okay, Chris, FHS Building Committee.
Nothing to report, I guess, in light of the recent State of the Union address. I would just say the State of the Union is good. As to the high school project, we're on schedule, on budget, and proceeding.
You're here. Okay.
Question, when does, thank you for answering this, so I apologize. When do things start coming down for the old building?
Not until
Yeah,
the
This-
summer.
This summer.
Summer, but do you have a?
No,
approximate-
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, I-
Schedule, yeah, but I
Okay.
don't know, yeah,
Okay.
this summer.
I knew it was summer, but. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, Russ, roughly July potentially, they might start doing demo? How about sometime in the summer?
Out on the.
We're out of the building on,
Date with the school.
get out on we're out of the high school, we're clearing the area by the 14th. Teachers are being asked not to come back, so graduation is on Friday,
7th.
7th. 10, 11 is the last day with the teacher, 10th is with students right now, barring any. But graduation has already been set, the board approved graduation for the 7th already, so that date is firm.
And graduation's still up there, outside. it
Graduation
inside
is
it.
outside on the turf field. It's
Okay.
a beautiful day. And so that'll.
That, yeah, you're
Oh,
good.
that we dialed that one already, so we're good there.
All right,
And then,
yeah.
so that next week, by the end of the week on the 14th, teachers are gonna be asked not to return to the building. All their personal items are being taken home, everything will be boxed up, and then there's a plan, a preliminary plan right now of the order in which to demo. First being the 800s library area, and that's mostly, I think, because of the need to clear the parking area over there
Right.
first. But we,
Okay,
but
It's the only need.
the big need, yes,
Great
parking, exactly.
thank
So,
you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're good. F4, Chris, you want to give us a little update of what you've had meetings with IT, town clerk, and the roof update?
Right. So our team, including our technology consultant, met with Brian and talked IT from server equipment to cable runs to security, door access control, cameras, TVs and monitors, sound systems, the whole AV tech package. So we're incorporating all that into our technology drawings, which will be part of the set we're developing for early April that will go to the third-party estimator for that CD estimate. And we were expecting that estimate to come back probably the third or fourth week of April. In terms of meetings with the town clerk in the state of Connecticut, so there's a process. Any time there's a town clerk vault construction project, that multi-step process where they want to review your preliminary plans, which we did. We have to put in a modification request. It's a variance because we're proposing a modular vault, which is not allowed based on the 1960 vault regulations that have never been updated since modular vaults have been a thing. But it's kind of a rubber stamp because we've done it on 2 other town hall projects ourselves, and multiple others across the state have had this variance. It's really, again, just to comply with their process since it's not contained within the general statutes and regulations for modular vaults, but it carries the same fire rating, same slab thickness, all the other requirements of a town clerk vault to protect your records. So we're in the process of writing that variance, and then we have to meet with them once the project's out to bid and the contractor's ready to construct. They'll want to see the shop drawings for that modular vault, and then they do a post-construction site visit as well to make sure everything's in order. So that's it for the vault. We're also working with Maureen to go through storage items and what's moving from your current vault up to the new building and what's planned to be new storage equipment, which is going to be provided by DuPont, who I think has done most of your vault storage items. And what we're doing, I believe we've discussed this, is installing a high density mobile shelving storage unit for your land use records. So it's allowing us to maximize the amount of storage in that square footage that we have within the building to provide you what you need now, but also growth into the future as you continue to add to those land use records.
Is there, and I think I've asked this question, so I apologize. The vault, is there future room? We're moving up what we have. We've always had issues with vault space.
Right.
Are we planning on future, this one stays down here
So yeah,
and then the new?
yeah, we don't know the long-term plans of this building, obviously, but right now the town clerk has items that are stored in the vault in their office space and then in the basement vault as well. So everything that is their storage units in both of those vaults is coming into the new vault, plus room for growth
Okay.
in the new vault.
Okay.
There may be some items that remain behind that aren't required to be stored in the vault for the state statutes, that are just kind of additional storage items that want to be protected, but really don't fit under the umbrella of a town clerk. But in terms of all the state mandated fire protected items, that's all going up with us to the new
I'm
town
just
hall.
curious about future.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. In terms of the 28 building, we coordinated with Russ and the fire department. They did bring a ladder truck out, so one of our architects was up on the ladder truck to look at the roof and the cupola. We also had our environmental engineer up there to take some samples of the area. And what we saw up there was a roof that is in great condition and probably has another 10, 15 plus years of life in it. So Russ actually heard that, I think, from the fire. I don't know who was up there, if it was the chief or somebody else. But he,
You didn't go up?
Yeah.
so
Really?
So Russ heard it first and then asked me, and after I had a chance to review the photos and we looked at it internally in the office, absolutely. We would recommend, if everyone's open to it, to keep that existing roof. We'll still do the cupola repairs, but you know, you can do that as a standalone project very simply in the future and use the dollars for other items that are more pertinent to the program or the generator that we've discussed previously for this project.
Good news.
Yeah, that's very good news. Excellent.
General update. Nothing really specific. I guess if there's one item I wanted to bring up is we plan to send an electronic package to you with some of the finish options that we finalized. I know we're still considering some different carpeting for the office spaces. So I'm going to send that to you all electronically when it's complete. And we may ask to have a subcommittee meeting before April, just so we can make sure that these decisions are incorporated into our estimate set that we give in April to the third party estimate.
And that would be their interior design.
Interior design subcommittee, yes.
Anything else you want to add, Chris?
That's all I have.
Excellent. Value engineering. We met and I forgot, let's say at least a good month ago. We cut some items out of the budget and I'd like to report, at least at this time, we are still on budget and good to go. We'll have another round of value engineering, probably within a month, maybe a little longer.
So the schedule is, if our plan is to deliver the documents to the third party estimator the first week of April,
Yeah,
he would turn the estimate around within 3 weeks. So we'd be getting that, say, April 21st, whatever that week is. I don't
Yeah.
know the exact date. I believe we would then want to meet with your subcommittee and that first week in May, we'd
Have
be
another
prepared-
round of-
we'd have it teed up for the building committee with recommendations if necessary.
all right. So let's say at least 3 to 4 weeks before value engineering subcommittee will meet again
Right.
to reevaluate and see how we're doing.
Correct.
All right, that's good. So the good news at least is we're still on budget in the project. F6 communication, Jean, Kat?
So we met and went over the newsletter, and what she reported is exactly what we thought was gonna happen, so we just tweaked a couple things and
Mhm.
the town should be receiving it, you said. end of the
Probably
week?
end of the week, early next week at the latest.
At the printer right now.
It's at the printer
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
The big announcement is the BioBrick is advertised on the back of that, like you all saw. That
Yeah.
is live on the website. We had our first purchase, which is very exciting.
But tell 'em, who was it? God, 19.
Class of 1954.
Tell us
Wow.
Denise Stockwell asked me about
Yeah.
it, so she thought it
So
was-
first purchase, we're very excited.
Nice.
It's up, it's live. You can put your orders in. It's right on the website. So hopefully the newsletter will generate a
Yeah.
lot more traffic and start
Yeah.
those orders coming in.
Very cool.
And the letter will hit the mail approximately.
End of this week.
End of
early.
this
End of
week
this
or
week.
early next week, depending on when they get it to the post office.
Okay, get ready for the
I
the
have
The
rush.
influx.
All right, excellent. 7 interior design finishes, Jean, Sherry and Jack.
no.
Oh, you want to, Did I miss something? Oh, you did?
We had a meeting and we. I think
Yeah.
we- Right? I'll let Chris remember better probably, but I think we had a meeting, we went through stuff, and I think we made some decisions about things.
Excellent. All right, wonderful.
Yeah,
The things are happening. Things are happening.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to recall the
That's
timing.
from our architect. Architect.
I think this is just a recap. We had met, we reviewed it all with the committee
Yeah.
and we actually have no report really for
Yeah,
this
right.
month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So I made something up.
yes.
Very good. Well, things are happening, Jack.
That was F on the agenda.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Jack, I'm gonna use that in my meeting, so thank you.
Made some decisions.
We made some decisions.
It all,
Excellent.
it all looks great.
Yeah, the decisions we made were really great.
Yeah, that's a really good job.
We're all about transparency here.
Uh,
Okay, Kathy, want to talk about the professional partnership
I'm
subcommittee?
gonna give that one to Kat.
Okay.
So the Professional Partnership Subcommittee met a few weeks ago, reviewed the contracts that are being sent to the two selected firms for commissioning services and professional engineering review services. They have them in hand. One returned it. We're probably going to get the second one signed, sealed, and delivered this week, which then will turn to Chris and hold that kickoff meeting that was in the look ahead to kind of get them up to speed on the project and have them ready to go when we need their services. So moving forward with those.
And I made some great contributing remarks to that and Faith just sat back and did nothing.
All right, this meeting's getting out. We're unhinged. We're unhinged. We're unhinged right now.
You're supposed to say something like. "Microphone." That chair.
Okay. Kathy, financial report, please.
Yeah, the bills.
Want to pay some bills?
Why don't we pay some
Yeah,
bills?
Yeah, I got your bills.
That'll make
All right,
sense.
why don't we just go then to G1? I need a motion, please, for G1.
Motion to approve the invoice for Silver Beach.
Second.
Okay, any discussion, questions? All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Oh, we got two of them.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the invoice for Silver Petroselli for an amount of $86,739.
Second, third.
Any discussion? All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Motion carries. Other business, I have one. When should we anticipate having another meeting?
Oh, let's talk to Chris about that. So we're gonna have a kickoff meeting. I don't think we don't need the second March.
March,
meeting.
right.
So we're gonna cancel the second March meeting, both the communication and the, this meeting.
Mhm.
So Chris, should we be on target just to have our regular April meeting?
April?
Just to stay on track. I
Yeah.
think
All right.
that would be worth it.
Yeah.
So the first meeting in April?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do we have that date? My
Yeah.
phone is floating somewhere. We know that.
Yeah, we can get it free. Hold on one second. Sorry, no problem.
No idea.
April 9th. Yeah, April 9th.
Ninth, thank you.
or 9.
April 9th.
Yes.
Yeah, I have. it.
Any other business the committee wants to discuss or members?
I would like
Yeah.
to, I watched the zoning presentation last night. I thought it went very well, except for Shannon's computer. Having a hard time keeping up. But I did, one question I saw a very nice landscape plan. And I just want to make sure that we haven't seen that, I think, as a committee yet. I don't
Oh.
think. I don't know if you could put it up or whatever. I thought it looked really good. But my question was, is that what's being bid out as part of the bid, that plan?
With some adjustments that we're still working through with Shannon and the town, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So it included, a design for the pavers
Right.
that is being modified slightly to incorporate some additional concrete and kind of frame out areas of where these pavers could be placed. But essentially, yeah, that is the site design. It does incorporate the elements we talked about as a committee of, the benches versus the seat walls, which
Yeah,
were value
yeah,
engineered
yeah.
out.
Yeah, no, that was in the rendering. I
But
just
no,
wanna
we
make
haven't
sure I
talked like plantings and landscaping, if that's what you mean.
Is that something that maybe on the April meeting we could bring up?
Do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
worth us,
Yeah.
I think it looks really good, so I think you should show it up.
I think I'll bring this up just because of curiosity. I might be opening a can of worms, but on the landscaping end of it, is that going to be a shared expense between this committee and the FHS? No, they're total separate. Okay,
They're doing their own landscaping.
yeah, they're
The
doing,
whole thing.
Yeah, we,
Around the 28 building is of this project.
is this project.
Outside of the 28 building is the high school project.
So, just for example, the tennis courts, high school. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we identified a lot line, so to speak,
Okay, right,
around
right.
our building that's
Yep.
maybe 10 feet off the building on the
Yep.
north, the south, and the east side. And then it contains the whole parking lot. So any trees in the parking lot islands, plus anything within 10 feet of the building, as well as the screening around our utilities is part of this project.
So you're talking about the parking lot for our building?
Just our
not
building
the-
parking lot, correct?
It's up to, okay.
Right.
Excellent. Anything else?
Yeah, one more question, sorry.
Sure.
In your experience, when, Chris,
Mhm.
when we get the professional estimators number, do you guys have a sense of how close that is to the final number? Or do you have like a track record for the last year or so, or 6 months? We just see cost. So I'm
Absolutely.
concerned about that.
I will say I've worked a lot with this estimator in particular, and recently in bid projects, we've been pretty darn close. I have heard and seen other jobs in our office and out of our office that are wildly over estimates. I haven't seen many bids coming in well under estimates. It seems to either be right on or the numbers are a little to much higher than anticipated, but I've had success with this third-party estimator, so I have a level of comfort moving forward.
And I know it's premature. Have you identified bidders that are interested, or is that to be determined?
To be determined, but we definitely have that on our to-do list as we approach bid time. And just to go back to the demolition of the high school, that's an item we're gonna need to coordinate closely so we can time our projected bid dates and when we want to bring a contractor on board. Because I don't know the length of time it will take to remove the entire existing high school around our building. And if we want two contractors in the same area at the same time, that's something we'll need to figure out.
That's one of the reasons I was asking, this in
Mhm.
particular, that one wall that's got.
Right.
That's gotta go back.
Right.
It takes some coordinating.
But Chris, I would say it's been working out well between the coordination of having everyone together, like with Scott, you and Russ, and I think that's gonna be a big priority, just the coordination later on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be big. Well, I think there's been great cooperation on this whole project between both of our
Yeah.
committees. Okay. Agenda item I, adjournment. I need a motion for that.
Second.
All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Hi.
Aye, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.